You're now listening to Sleep Time's Over.
Sleep time is over, baby.
Listen up, everybody, as you tune to this podcast. Sleep time's over, come closer to get the raw facts. Zach Moore's hosting on the show, for sure. Reporting live from July, that's the dope, you know. Talking, reminiscing about the good old days and the now. Sipping on that old fashioned at the room at Hi Brau. We on location worldwide, on your stereo deck, on your phone, on the pad, but guaranteed all fresh. Reviewing music and the nuisance that the media miss. But got the blueprint with the newness that the people will take. Good old America ain't ready for that island of slang. Sleep time is over, give a toast up to the rest of the gang. To your tribe or the vibe or the click on the mission. Suggest you dive cause we live on transmission. Listen, he got the voice that got the locals on vote. Zach Moore's for mayor, but for now, lock it in for the show. Hey.
Sleep time's over. It's the ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Tonight's guests include the return of the Take Time, Waste Time with Tiffany. Nay. It looks like I'm out of a job tonight, folks. From Southern Glazers Wine and Spirit, Chandra. Also the voice of Conscious, Her Highness, Fyah, Empress Stone. He's got grapes on grapes on grapes on grapes. Sky Cameron and your host tonight, DJ Zach Morris. Burr, burr, burr.
Happy King Kamehameha Day, huh? Isn't this still King Kamehameha Day? Where's the mic? Because the Lord is going to give the mic and hand it over because we have new toys. We have, there he goes.
Yes, I see your
Sky
new...
Cameron there. I don't have a mic. I can
wanna,
do things like this.
I don't want to
I can talk Italian.
sound guy with the mic cord here.
You got your mic there? Okay.
I got it, buddy.
Always a wild and woolly beginning to this program
Yes.
that we do
You
here.
never know what's going to happen.
The Lord Floors, no, you got that right. You got that right.
Well, happy King Kamehameha Day from one Hapa to another.
Right? Isn't that? It's only fitting that the Hapas celebrate
That's right.
this day that we both work.
Bruh!
There we go, Kevin. Welcome. But you were working, right?
I was working today, yeah.
Okay, right.
Yes.
And,
no rest for the sales guys. We were out on the road.
right. For the people that don't know, as you sell wine.
Yes.
You run around town. You're going to Moras.
Yes.
I do the fitness, the fitness job, as they say, like a personal trainer, as the people call it on the Google. But besides that,
And you moonlight as a DJ.
oh, tell me about it. I tell you.
Your alter ego.
And I was DJing at Scratch this past Friday.
That's right.
Nothing really goes down over there. It's not as bad as Nobu,
Right.
So no stories to tell.
You weren't
there.
like playing Mob Deep for like 70-year-old ladies.
Not that week. But on top of that, though, there was something. I guess we'll just get into our weekend and what we did on Saturday. I kept the tradition going of where I like to eat sushi.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You created the social sushi.
Right.
Saturday.
Blame me. Right. I mean, I like to eat sushi. I'm sorry if I like to dabble and eat fish. I'm half
Did you say
Japanese.
you
I
like
want to eat fish.
You like to dabble and eat fish.
How about that, right? I like to dab and eat. I dabbed on a music video. But I went to go there. I went to this place that they call Izakaya Uosan. It's a great establishment. Nobu-san is there.
Right. But let's explain to the listeners what Social Sushi Saturday was. You wanted to invite people.
I've said this so many times. I
Right,
think
all right.
people could give a
You
damn
just
at this
invited
point,
people to
but
sushi on IG.
I want to eat sushi. I want someone to join me eat sushi. That's it.
And you were like Jerry Maguire. You're like, who's coming
Who's
with
coming
me?
with me? I got the sake. Sit down. And then be social. We'll have a conversation. Some people have joined. I have gone solo several times. I repeated that solo appearance this past Saturday. At this point, it doesn't matter. So I go down there. As soon as I go in there, now it's become a tradition for all of them now they're not saying the Ishai Masen intro where they're all yelling at you, right?
Oh, what's the new intro?
The new intro is like, oh! They all at the same time. It's, oh!
They're shocked.
Nobu-san, Daniel-san, who's a real Daniel-san, he's not macho. The manager, Daniel-san, is there. They all look at me and then they give me that surprise look that I'm here, but who am I bringing with me?
Even though they saw you on the reservations, they're like,
correct.
Oh, you're here, you showed up.
They played well, they're dramatic. So then I go in there, they're all excited, everybody's excited, they're all asking me, who's the person you're bringing? Daniel-san's asking me this. I'm like, no, I cannot, I never find nobody. And then Daniel-san, of course, with that famous line that he said before, I can get you a woman if you want.
Yes, very ominous.
Yes. Very ominous. He
He
changes his persona. He gets very serious. He looks me dead in the eye. He's like, I can get you a woman. I'm like, what does that mean? And it's like, I can get your woman to sit down and eat with you. I'm like, so what's the catch? You have to pay for the whole
Yeah,
thing.
you're paying.
And I asked him, so, okay, if I were to do that, is that it? I wanted to delve further into this because he said this before.
Right.
So I wanted to see like how far is Daniel-san gonna tell me about this stuff. So I'm like, okay, so where do you find this woman? She's near. Was his direct quote. I don't even know what that means. Could be Sundance across the street. We wouldn't even know.
Who knows?
But then, so he's saying that he's dead serious. I just laugh it off. Nobu-san's
I like that there's these women that are hanging out waiting for a call.
There's women ready to go. Daniel-san knows them.
I like it.
We need to bring Daniel over here and talk about this. So I'm sitting there, sitting by myself. It gets really crowded really quick. There is a couple behind me.
Right.
Very old, look like maybe in their 80s. Japanese couple, like straight from Long's. They just came from right there, sit down. So they're there.
Right.
The guy is eating tons of like sushi platter style. He's doing the whole layout.
Right.
He did 2 of them by himself. So all the servers are all tripping out. Then I'm sitting right in front of Nobu-san in the bar.
What's Auntie doing? She's just drinking hot water and lemon?
Oh, we're gonna get to that. So she's not even really eating. She's eating like daikon. I don't know what she's eating. So he's eating a bunch of sushi. All the servers are tripping out. She's eating all this, and this guy looks like he's 80. Looks like he's ready to die.
Right.
This might be the last supper for him. So he's there eating. Then all of a sudden, the woman server comes up, and then she's like, the wife is missing. The wife's not there. I'm like, what does that mean, the wife's not there? Well, the wife left, and she hasn't come back in 30 minutes. So we're all wondering if we should go find her and search for her. I'm like, maybe she just dug out. Maybe she went home. She had enough of this guy.
Well, we have to explain to listeners, too. If you eat at Izakai Osan, it's a damn... You got to walk down like a long hallway through the parking garage to go use the restroom.
The restroom itself, it's a bad location. It's not good.
Right.
So let alone you put some 80-year-old woman to go wander around in the back. Who knows what's going to happen there? Well, obviously, 30 minutes later.
Right.
So they didn't. So they went to search for her. As they were searching for her, the guy got up and he walked out. He walked out, and that was it. And we don't know what happened to the wife. We don't know what happened to the husband. Gone. He paid the bill. But who knows what happened to that couple? That might be
this story ended really dark. And
right, isn't it? And I still got another story about this place, too. That's story 1. So then we got that going on. So then, of course, I just laugh it off.
So dark and ominous.
And then Nobu-san thinks like I'm offended by this because they're trying to search for this woman. So I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry that happened in front of you. I'm very sorry. No, I don't care, man. What's going on? I don't give a damn. So he got all, apologetic, and it was weird. And then as this was going on, there were across from me. If you've ever been to Ulsan, I'm gonna be seated in the bar area. It's like an L shape. Across in that L, there were 2 older women, and I guess we can call.
Are we talking in like the cougars?
We're gonna go maybe like the 50s. We'll say the 50 range, the half off range, and they got the rings on. So then we can only call them what I've known on Google as the MILFs. So we're going to say safely that there are 2 MILFs across, perpendicular from myself. So then I'm just, whatever, not paying attention. There were 2 solo gals, and then they all of a sudden yell across, "How are you?" I'm like, just, "Hi." Why are you alone? And I'm like, "I always want to eat sushi." "You want to sit by us?" I'm like, there's no space. Where there clearly was a space, I had no line for this woman.
I like it. They were into you.
So then they're sitting over there, and they didn't move over to me because there was space. It was kind of a weird stalemate because there was space by me, there was space by them. So who's moving, right? So I decided to just sit there. I smile and I'm like this kind of.
That's a terrible smile.
Yeah. So hopefully to get them out of here, right? So I can throw them off. So then I do that, and then of course they send me over the kidding. This is from my chest, okay. And then that was, and they just kept staring at me the whole time. And then hopefully by then I was done with my. I stayed for 1 bottle of sake. Okay. So once that was done, it's okay. I'm getting out of there. Thankfully, we were at the end of that one, so I proceeded to make my exit out of that establishment.
Unsocial sushi Saturday.
Turned into creepy social Saturday.
Yeah, I like it.
Shit, yeah.
A lot of stuff going on over there.
So that was, yeah, I'm going to quit this social sushi. That's it. I'm not doing this anymore.
Okay.
No, I'm not going.
So just don't announce it. Just go.
I'm not gonna go.
Just go.
Not going.
All right, I'll go with you
That's
one
it.
of these days.
Hey,
I'll
thanks.
Go with, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I had a very fairly uneventful weekend. I worked some events. We ate at 53 by the Sea for my stepdad's birthday. 53 by the Sea, hey, great view, man. I highly recommend it if you're on a date. Any of our listeners on a date, great view for the sunset. And it was packed. I was shocked. You always say that no one's in there.
No local people
It was
go there.
packed. It was packed.
All the FOBs are going there.
Saturday
They
night.
get married, right? Is that what
Saturday
they're
night,
doing?
packed.
What kind of people?
It was I would say it was majority Japanese tourists. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I would say a very small percentage of local people that I could see.
Yourself.
But a lot of dates.
It's a good date spot, I have to say, yes.
It is a lot of dates.
You
There were a
get the
lot
good-
of guys seeming in their 20s on dates with girls,
Oh, that's like date number 4, maybe,
Right.
for a lot of these guys?
Yeah.
Because you don't take them date 1. 53.
Yeah. They still look kind of nervous a little bit. You
Take
know?
a big city diner first.
A little bit of that. Big
Then
city.
day 2,
He's
yeah,
stepping it up.
Step it up.
Yeah,
then
I
day
like
3,
it.
go movie.
Wow, is
And
that the progression?
And then I really like you, 53 by the Sea.
I like it.
It's a pecking order.
Yeah.
It's a pecking
And
order.
I made the horrible, terrible mistake of watching the new X-Men movie, X-Men
I don't
Dark
know why
Phoenix.
you're doing that to yourself. You must have lost a bet or something. Why are you doing that?
I had a one of my accounts cancel on me on Friday, so I figured, I got this break. I'll go check it out. I was near Ward, so we went and watched it at Ward, and it was the
That setup sounds
saddest.
sad, too.
It
What
was
was
the
that?
saddest theater. It was full of just teenage girls and just solo guys in their like 30s or 40s. Including me. So I was in this sad demographic.
What
sad
time of day
demo.
was this?
It was Friday afternoon. It was like the 3:00 show.
Wow.
Yeah, because I had to see an account at 5:30, so I just basically I said, I got
Wow.
this 2-hour break, so I'm just gonna watch it.
All right.
And
Well,
what a mistake!
good.
What a
for you
horrible,
there.
horrible mistake.
How long is this movie?
It's
2 hours?
2 hours plus, but it feels longer.
Right. I don't
Yeah.
even know why you decided to waste your time with this.
It's terrible. I think you can.
Sounds awful.
You can definitely pass on this one. And what a way to end this franchise. Because this is the last movie that Fox,
from Fox,
has
right?
before they move the franchise over to
Right.
the Marvel Studios. So, but man, what a turd.
I'm not going to be watching this. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't seen an X-Men movie. I don't remember even the last one I saw, maybe early 2000s.
Yeah, and then we can actually segue this into our first topic because speaking of
do
X-Men,
we got
it
here?
had the worst opening in its franchise history.
Yeah.
They did reshoots on this movie. Supposedly, they made the movie. They showed it to the studio. The guy said, "This sucks."
Right.
And so I guess the studio solution is let's pump another $50 million and do reshoots.
Okay, so why can't these guys figure this out? Why can't these guys figure out these movies, these franchise, these fan-based movies that have the built-in fan base? Why are they so difficult to figure out?
I don't know.
Only Marvel can figure it out.
I
know,
think originally
why-
Fox was planning on making Dark Phoenix Part 1, Dark Phoenix Part 2,
That's not
making
gonna
it in like this, like Infinity War kind of two-parter.
Not gonna
And
happen.
they just said, you're going way over budget. We're going to cut it down to 1. So the movie feels completely rushed. It's rushed
No.
and boring at the same time.
Well, so
which
do you
is,
think the problem is because of these built-in fan-based movies where they're so critical
Yep.
of everything? There's always going to be everybody upset, a majority of the fans upset because they can never get it right. Star Wars, same thing. Why is it that the psychological thing that screws up all these directors, these producers, that they can't figure it out? So then they overdo it, they overspend, and it just turns into a big clusterfuck, right?
Yeah,
And
it's about right.
so I don't know how they can save this.
Yeah,
Good luck,
they
Disney,
spent
with
$220 million. It only pulled $32 million domestically. It's projected to lose probably $150 million.
this. That's a loss.
What a... Yep.
That is
We'll
a
save that
loss.
one for a shitty movie now. I don't know if you guys want to
No, let's not.
stand and
That's
do
not
that
gonna
one.
happen.
Well, speaking of failures,
Speaking of shitty,
President
what-
Donald Trump sent out a tweet.
Hey, yeah, political
criticizing-
topic.
Yeah, you're like,
We never talk political topics.
I know, never ever, right? We're definitely not a political podcast, but Donald Trump sent out a tweet last week criticizing NASA for attempting to go to the moon. And he said, for all the money we're spending, this is my best Trump, NASA shouldn't be talking about going to the moon. We did that 50 years ago. We should be focused on bigger things like going to Mars, which the moon is a part of. So does Donald Trump not know
a great
where
impersonation.
what the solar system is?
Okay.
The greatest president that God
We never
ever
talk about
created.
Trump or anything like this, but if we go back to probably maybe the couple years ago when he first got elected and how this guy is just how he got his campaign going, how he won, and the way how he targeted people, and it culminates into this part now where he's become more of a madman, he's more out of control, more out of his head, he's that businessman mentality where they're just egocentric. They're just on tangents every single moment of their,
Our
their life.
country is in serious trouble.
It's all. Was that a Trump sample?
Yeah, there you go, man.
I couldn't even hear it.
Just
Okay.
for you.
Well, wonderful. You know what this is all leading to? It's leading to his book. He's going to make a book, an autobiographical book, and it's going to be like some bestseller thing, and then he's going to have a movie, and then he's going to die, and then that's the end of it. It's because he's a businessman. He really, I don't think, gives a rip about what's going on right now. I don't think he's going to run for
But
re-election.
I just love that he's just like off the chain.
Yes,
on
he's
the
just going to
tweets.
keep saying
On the
crazy
tweets
shit
is just
because he's
crazy.
doing it to get a rise out of everybody. He's clearly checked out of anything, of any rational decision, rational behavior. So he's just going to continue to make all of these kind of sound bites and memorable moments, and he's going to translate it to this autobiographical book, and he's going to put it out there. He's going to put the movie out there. We're going to get Alec Baldwin to play him. That would be ironic, wouldn't
probably.
it? And then that's what the situation's going to be. So it's all calculated maneuvers from a madman. A calculated madman. Go figure
Well,
it.
speaking of clueless people looking for attention on Twitter,
wonderful.
Justin Bieber tweeted out a challenge to Tom Cruise to a UFC-style fight in the octagon. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
So Justin tweeted, I want to challenge Tom Cruise to a fight in the octagon. Tom, if you don't take this fight, you're scared and you'll never live it down. Who is willing to put on the fight? And he at Dana White of the UFC.
And then McGregor came out the same time.
Right. Tom Cruise
add
did
to
not,
this fire?
did not reply back to this. Conor McGregor then jumped on the bandwagon and he challenged Mark Wahlberg to a fight.
Yeah, I'd watch that one, I think.
And McGregor tweeted, I challenged Mark Wahlberg on the very same card. Back when he was even Marky Mark, I still would have slapped the ears off of him.
That would make some money.
So would you watch that card?
Oh yeah.
And who do you think would win, Justin Bieber or Tom Cruise? I'm putting my money on Tom Cruise all day.
So if we really strategize this fight, okay, Tom Cruise is out of his head, okay. So we got to remember Tom Cruise is not all there, but he does a lot of stunt work, right? Justin Bieber is just high on something, right? How old is Justin Bieber at this point? Like,
Justin
when did
Bieber's
he
like
come out?
25. He's
25?
25.
Oh, so he can rent a car. That's it. Great. Congrats, Justin. So of course Tom Cruise will take him out. I mean, there's no problem. But I just want to know, like, this is a thing, right? This is a 31 years old. You were telling me this is a 31 years old challenge where you're supposed to fight somebody 31 years older than you.
Right, and
Is
this
the
now
thing?
started a whole new trend online where people are calling out celebrities 31 years older than them to a fight. So
Okay.
Sally Field, Sam Waterston, and Jeff Goldblum have all been called out for fights.
Wonderful. Well, let's call out
Did
some
you
more
ever think
people.
about so if you
So I Googled.
who would you fight?
I go to 31 years older than me, and we got Robert De Niro. We got Harrison Ford, Michael Douglas. I like Michael Douglas. He's a
Well,
favorite.
you got some manly men. To
I got
fight.
some manly guys here. We got, they could probably still get ready to go down. Al Pacino, Christopher Walken. So of all these guys, a long list. I had to go with, there's all the tough guys. Ben Kingsley. I'm gonna fight Ben Kingsley. I'm gonna fight Gandhi and take him out. I'm not gonna fight. I can't fight Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, so I'm old. So the guy I would have to fight is 73 years old, and I chose Steve Martin.
Good
I'll
call.
fight-
Good
I think
call.
it'd be entertaining.
You take him out quick.
I think it'd be entertaining.
Would you fight Steve Martin?
Sure, why
Would-
not? Even if
you
I
would
get my ass
seriously
beat by
fight
Steve
Steve
Martin,
Martin?
that's a great.
If the contract was handed to you right now, you'd fight Steve Martin right now.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I'm calling bluff on that.
No?
I wouldn't fight Ben Kingsley. I'm not a fighter. I've never been in a fight. I'm not a fighter. I'm a converser. So I wouldn't fight Ben Kingsley. It's Gandhi.
All right. Well, speaking of being old, this is gonna make you feel
Is that
old.
the running theme? Just being old?
Here you go.
That's like the fourth topic we're talking about being old.
This year marks the 35th anniversary of the 1984 movie Ghostbusters. Remember that? Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Right. So a new Ghostbusters film is currently being
Why?
filmed.
See,
It'll be
come
released
on.
next year, 220. They're doing it again
No.
with the original cast returning. Do we
Of
need
course
this?
they have to bring the original. Is Rick Moranis going to be there?
So all they said was Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Sigourney Weaver, and Ernie Hudson all scheduled to return.
Of course Ernie Hudson's coming back to this.
And the director the original director was Ivan Reitman. This is his son, Jason
Son.
Reitman. He's directing the film.
I mean, come on. This once again, we talk. This is a recurring theme on the show: nostalgia, the nostalgia generation, the between 35 to 50 generation.
Right.
They just love the 80s. They love
Right.
the shit they grew up with as a kid, and they just want to relive it again and again. This is the same thing. There should not be another Ghostbusters movie again. We did the females Ghostbuster movie. We did Ghostbusters 2 before that. There was like a big, what was that, 20-something gap between those two movies? And now we're going to redo another one. We're going to basically tell the female Ghostbusters movie, just F off. That didn't exist. And then we're going to do this one. We're just probably going to have kids in it. right?
Right.
They're probably gonna make like Stranger Things
Who
and just
knows?
play off of that bullshit.
Who knows?
No, it's stupid. It's just it's once again capitalization of nostalgia. The 40-year-olds are gonna go in there. You're gonna go there.
I'm gonna go.
I'll probably go.
I go to every. I'm a sucker for all that shit. you
No,
know?
actually, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna take a stand right now. I'm
Okay.
not gonna go see this. I'll wait for the television. I'm not gonna go to the theater to watch this.
Really?
No.
All right.
Because why are we took a movie in 1984 that was a fun little thing. We put SNL guys to fight ghosts. I get it. That's like
I still think that they believe that it's a bankable franchise.
they look at the bankable franchise of the past. They're trying to hold on to the past, which is not going to work with these kids and then Bill Murray at 70. I mean, it's not. What are they going to do?
I have no idea.
So that's a fail.
Well, maybe the Ghostbusters will be the ghosts because they're all
hey, do you have the rim shot sound effect there?
Ooh, that's too late. Right?
All right. Okay, what we got next here?
All right, and I ain't getting in no trouble news. Keanu Reeves has been being praised online for the way he takes cell phone pics with women. Have you seen this? Completely hands-free. He always puts his hands out. I'm not touching him.
He's a smart man. Yeah, I like Keanu Reeves. He's on a tear lately.
He is.
Amongst all the negative shit, Keanu Reeves is doing great. Doing great. He's also admitted he's a lonely guy.
Paying a federal agent
We
to
need to invite him to here. But he keeps clean of the women.
Correct term is babe, sir.
He was also on Sunday. We went to go see John Wick 3.
Yes.
On Sunday.
You saw it again.
Saw it again. Packed theater, by the way. We went to the.
Well, they weren't at X-Men.
They weren't X-Men. No, packed on Sunday. And then he was a surprise guest on the Microsoft at a press conference, and he came out. He's apparently an investor or developer of video games.
Yeah.
Did you know this? Keanu Reeves?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
but
so
I
he
know he has
comes
a
out-
video game coming out.
Yeah, so he's into all kind of stuff. So because he's on a tear, he's very likable. He's a real clean guy. He doesn't get into trouble. He's not saying any weird shit, right?
No.
I was thinking of reliving reevaluating my Mount Rushmore of celebrity drinking buddies. Now we did this on the show years ago. Who would you pick as your
Keanu
top
Reeves
four?
will be on your top three.
My original four was John Hamm,
Okay.
Jamie Foxx,
Right.
Mila Kunis, and then Michael Rappaport.
Okay.
So that was my original four that I said years ago.
Right.
So I'm swapping out. I'm going to have to swap out Rappaport because he's been saying some dumb shit. So we're going to put in Keanu Reeves. I think Keanu Reeves will be a good fit. Him and Jamie Foxx, they can go ham it up and they laugh. No pun intended on John Hamm. John Hamm, I was thinking we're going to keep John Hamm in there as like an alternate because I wanted to put in like Eddie Huang in there.
I like
just
Eddie
to build
Huang
up
a lot.
the hip-hop Asian. I want to diversify the group. And then for the women, I was going to get Scarlett Johansson to swap out Mila Kunis because, what's Mila Kunis done? Like whiskey commercials?
I agree
What
with
is she
that.
doing?
Yeah.
So
I'm into it.
that was a little thing. That's it. That's all I got.
All
for
right.
that.
So in pop culture backlash news, you heard about this story with Nicole Curran. She's the wife of the Golden State Warriors owner, Joe Lacob.
Yeah.
She's being attacked online by Beyonce fans, known as the Beehive or the
Beehive is what they
Bayhive.
call it, yeah.
The Beehive, right?
Oh, the
For
Bayhive,
the
yeah, that's
assumption that she upset Beyonce at Game 3 of the NBA Finals, right?
Right.
She was leaning over to ask Jay-Z if she wanted a drink,
Yeah.
if he wanted a drink,
Yeah.
and Beyonce kind of gave her a face.
Right.
And then
So-
they're like cyberbullying her, and she's even gotten death threats.
Okay, so then I beg the question of this. Okay, so can you blame Beyonce or can you not blame Beyonce, right? So I'm just saying, like, as far as you see a guy getting a girl asking a guy for a drink in front of your girlfriend or wife or whatnot, does that girl or girlfriend or wife get jealous? Is that a thing? That's basically or does it?
I know,
not
but did
matter?
you read some of these tweets? There's this tweet that goes, if Beyonce looked at me that way, I would leave the earth.
You see? Insecurity is real. Insecurity is real. It's a
Another
thing.
person tweeted, how dare you talk across Beyonce, walk off a cliff.
Insecurity is real. So that is basically what was stemmed from a bunch of rubbish. It was just a bunch of, what's the word? Hearsay.
The Beehive got to calm down.
I like the Bayhive. I didn't really put two and two together there. The Bayhive. Thanks. Learn something every day. I didn't realize. If that was already what it was called, right? Unless you made that up, you're 2 for 2 and you're making your innuendo and jokes. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, speaking of getting someone a drink, a new bar in Brooklyn called Getaway is catering to what they feel is a new growing trend, which is sober curious or dry nightlife. We're all out of business. The non-alcohol dry bar serves up fruit and vegetable-based cocktails with no alcohol, but with the look and feel of a sleek bar or speakeasy. investors are so believing in this new trend that dry nightlife bars are opening in LA, San Fran, and New York. I'm out of a job. Millennials are drinking less alcohol overall. And I guess if they're willing to pay $15 for a carrot ginger turmeric cocktail, then more power to them. What do you think of this, man?
Okay. First of all, it's a growing trend where I've actually experienced people saying this a lot, where they're saying that they don't want to, and it's so great that we're doing this in a bar, they're having this topic, with our first cocktail demo happening later, so it's only fitting.
Hey, you approved this. You approved this topic.
I sent you this topic, yeah. So because I see this a lot. I see a lot of people who don't drink anymore, or just don't drink at all, and they're younger. So is drinking like become the old people thing? Because the young people are just like that. That's an old person thing. It's a thing now.
What the fuck is going on here?
Hey, Arnold's back for the sample. Okay, that sounded well, Kale. Yeah. We got new mics. So in all of that, I just was wondering if is that the trend? We're now old and old people drink. Like how they would have cigarette ads and how old people would smoke where younger people are not smoking. Now it's transferred over to drinking. And isn't this great? We're doing this in a bar and we're talking about
so
this.
Sad.
So it is. And I don't know where this is gonna go. I mean, I'm still gonna drink. Are you still gonna drink?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just making sure.
What am I gonna do, man? I'm gonna work at a juice bar?
You do. That's part of your.
Come on, man. All right. In other dumb trend news, the latest viral pic sensation is sunburn tattoos. Have you heard of this? People are laying out stencils with designs on their skin and burning them onto themselves for social media pics.
Okay.
So some dumbass burned a Batman symbol onto his chest. Girls have burned stars on their back.
What kind of guy was this? Let me guess.
Howley guy, bro.
Of course, it's gonna be the Howleys doing this. These damn fools. That's what they're gonna be doing because they got nothing else better to do, and they always want to blend in with the black man. Shout out the lynch mob. And they always want to do that, and they always want to get tan. I don't go into the sun as you. Well, you.
I definitely don't.
You definitely go in the sun.
For anybody that's
I don't go in the sun.
I'm about as pale as it
But
gets.
you probably are going more than I am. I don't know when the last time I've been to the beach. I've been like 69 years ago. I went to the beach. So
I was forced to go to the beach.
But I'm just saying, we don't go to the beach. We don't go to the sun. We take care of our skin. You know why? Because we're half Howley, okay? Half Howley, that means we're going to age fast. So we stay clear, and we keep the skin nice.
I want to know what's going on, and I want to know right now.
That was a longer Arnold sample. I don't even know what that one was about.
But a spokesperson for the American Academy of Dermatology, they approached him about this, and he was like, this is a bad idea.
Well, exactly. There's going to be a tumor. There you go. There's the Arnold line.
Hey, I don't have the tumor line. Sorry,
you got the rim shot sample at all during this? So I'm just saying it's another stupid Howley thing, ruining their skin. That's why the Howleys look older than what their age is. And that's why we're staying out of the sun, because we are Howley. And that's it.
All right. The FDA is reviewing Best Buy, Sell By, and Enjoy By dates on food and beverages to avoid excess waste. What is your regimen for expired food? How long do you wait before you throw stuff away? You still eating it like way past? You getting your chunky milk?
When in doubt, throw it out. That's it. Next one.
How long do you wait before you throw out leftovers?
You smell it.
You smell it, the smell test.
Smell test. If it smells questionable, when you're in doubt, that's it.
All right.
I mean, simple as that, right? I mean, if it smells good. I mean, you can do the touch test. Oh, it's slimy. And then when you have a doubt, you throw it out. That's it.
All right, I like it. Words of wisdom from Zach Morris.
Just trying to help the everyday brother. Okay.
That's right. All right. So in local news, the newly developed Kaka'ako area of Honolulu.
Yeah.
How would you describe the starting line and finishing line of Kaka'ako? Was it like right after downtown and then right where Ala is? Like.
Let's say, let's go with Kaka'ako. The beginning of Kaka'ako
is what?
It's got to be the Hi Brau Room. I think we're gonna go straight up with the Hi Brau Room.
Okay.
That'll be the one end. Shout out. And then we go all the way toward, I guess we're Hokua.
Right.
Would that be fair to say?
Okay.
Would that be a good?
I always say Kaka'ako ends at like Ward, right? Or it's still part of Kaka'ako, right? Well, maybe Ala then.
South Shore Market.
Ala maybe. I don't know.
Bed Bath and Beyond. We're right over there.
But anyway, so Kaka'ako has been the focus of many developers and is populated with a slew of condominiums that most locals can't afford. So the majority of condos are owned by outside investors, mainly from Asia, and they're being used as vacation rentals or rentals. Okay. And more than half the buildings are not occupied for more than 6 months out of the year.
Well, which building? No,
I mean,
because there's some sold out ones. Like you got.
they're sold out buildings,
There's
but
a lot of people in Kakaako. That
there's a lot of people that aren't
misconception.
living in these buildings.
Right. So we're talking about the building that has Nobu. We're talking about that one.
Right.
That's an empty one. That's Nobu. And then we're gonna talk about the one across the street with the pool that everybody like to perv out and look at the girl swimming with the half pool. That one's probably like half.
So the
half
reason
full.
why this made the news was businesses that moved or opened in the Kakaako area, banking on residents living in these condos all year round and supporting their businesses. But majority in the evening,
They
it looks like a
should've known
ghost
better.
town. All
No,
you know.
they knew what they were doing. They should have known better. And for them to be complaining about this when they should have known from day one.
Well, they're charging $500,000 for 500 square feet. I mean, yeah.
Based off the price point of these buildings, they're gonna know that they're getting a certain type of clientele here, right? I mean, they're not gonna know. I mean,
Yeah,
they know this. For them to complain about this, or are they complaining about this? Like, where do we get this article? who wrote this article?
I don't know. This
Who's
was,
this? Dashevsky wrote this.
this
article?
was on KITV. It was KITV.
Okay, Kekala? Okay.
All right, in Good Samaritan news, a bystander stepped in as a shoplifter plowed his moped through Kahala Whole Foods. You hear about this?
The crazies have
They're
entered
ba-
Kahala.
They're in Kahala now.
They're now there.
So after running his moped into a watermelon stand and almost running into customers, a bystander jumped in to assist, wrestled him off of the moped, and held him on the ground until HPD arrived.
All right, yes, I saw that video. Yes.
So,
Oh,
are you how good of a good Samaritan are you?
Shout out
Would you have
Mariana Hawaiian
intervened?
for that?
Would you have intervened in this?
I stopped a fight outside Oceans years ago. That's the only thing I can compare this to.
Was this
That was a
was
while
the fight
ago.
between guys or women?
This was a fight between guys.
Okay.
So that was, I gotta say, late 90s, early 2000s. So that's all I can compare it to. So it's all, you gotta depend on what you're doing at that time. Would you stop this fight?
No, man, I don't step into nothing,
Would you,
man.
not the fight, would you stop the moped guy? The moped guy's coming right into the vegetables. And what are you gonna do? You gonna do that? You gonna push him? Or
Oh,
what you
yeah,
gonna
maybe
do?
that.
You would do that?
Yeah, but I'm not going to wrestle the guy to the ground.
Okay.
I'm
well,
good on that.
All right, so you're just gonna push him and then run.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, you did half the work. It's fine. But nobody really knows until that actually happens. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to say that, yes, I'm going to be able to do that or what the case is. But the only thing I did stop something. So I guess, I don't know. I would say I would do it. I would say I would take
All
the
right.
moped, Okay, what?
We just had the Haliana Awards.
Yes.
So
Those,
do you want to mention shout-outs to...
oh, yeah, shout out Square Barrels.
Yeah, Square Barrels.
They won 4 awards.
Yeah, there you go. Oh.
They won Best Bar Food. They won Best Beer.
Best beer program.
What else were the other 2? We were there the other night. What, did we forget already?
Yeah, the other ones... The
Shout
other
out
ones,
to Thomas.
Well, those are the 2 gold. We're not going to mention
Right.
their bronze, right? Nobody.
Nobody cares about third place. They won a bronze?
Shout out to Thomas over there.
Did he consider the bronze winning? Is that what one of the wins?
Hey, when you won a bronze in school, I put that shit in the closet, man. I'm showing that off.
Whatever floats your boat to gain your confidence. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna say you won, you don't say you won by winning third place. So I don't know. If, we gotta confirm that with Thomas.
Right.
Shout out Thomas, head Holly in charge at Square Barrels.
Right.
Who we were there the other night. We were there just
Right.
last night, so we got this information from him.
That's right.
We were watching. Well, I was watching the game 5, and you were not. But you watch
It's because
sports.
I'm working so hard at doing the,
There you
the
go,
topics
exactly.
for this,
Well
for this
said, well
wonderful
said.
program that we do.
Well said.
And
Who else won there? What else?
well, shout out to Town Restaurant because Ed Kenny won for Best Restaurateur, and I'm
Okay.
doing a Town Hip Hop dinner next week, Thursday. So
Yeah, so I want to talk about that. Okay,
yes.
Now you got that next week, Thursday.
yes,
And you're in a way to help boost the people attending this.
right.
It's all inclusive.
It's all inclusive.
So what's the total bill?
So
here?
it's 110. So that's 110 including tax and tip.
Right.
So some people were calling me up saying, "Oh, it's a little pricey," but I was like, "It's 5 courses, it's 4 wines and a cocktail."
Includes the tip.
110, and all my other dinners were 85 plus, so plus tax and plus tip.
Right,
With
so-
tip, it comes out to about the same.
That's what
So
you
I
need
don't
to push here.
understand
You need
the
to push that.
resistance of
110
saying
and that's
that
it.
it's- But we got
That's
about
all you gotta do.
we got up right now about 30 people signed up, so
Okay,
it's
well,
looking okay.
You
know,
gotta
we want to
just-
max it out.
That's
but-
what I'm trying to bring up right now. Is you need to realize that it's 110, everything.
Yes. Yes.
The tip, no need to put extra. Of course, you could put extra, but why not? What the hell?
But we also have, if you don't want to have 4 glasses of wine and a cocktail, we do have an option, $90 all inclusive, tax and tip included, and that
no
that's
liquor.
just a meal, right?
Well,
that's
the
just a
no
meal.
liquor's trending now, so we can get the millennials to go.
Yeah, all
So
those,
say it
all
again.
those social, all the what are they called? The
sober curious?
curious.
Sober
What the
curious
the
people,
hell?
if you're out there,
I hate seeing that.
if you're out there, yes.
It just sucks seeing it. Yes.
Well, that's not going to be us, and
Yeah. Well, before we go to our segment with Tiffany, you want to take the mic to the crowd, and do you want to?
Yeah, let's do an audience question. Let's go. I haven't done this in a while.
Russ?
We keep attempting this. Is
Sir,
Russ
did
here?
you have? Can you step up for me? I don't have quite the long.
What's going on that cord there?
line here. I'm all tangled up.
Something weird's gonna happen. Watch. Somebody's gonna trip over something. Something's. See, if we had a second camera. See,
all right, Russ in the house.
And then we look.
Let's get it off for Russ.
And okay, oh, Russ is here. Okay. Hey, shout out Russ. Yes, good applause for Russ. I like that.
Also known as Token. But so sports happen sometimes. NBA finals.
Oh yes.
Have you been watching? Yeah?
Yes. I was watching.
That's not my main question.
Oh, it's a two-parter.
Yes, three-parter.
All right.
KD, he got injured. Like, wow.
Okay.
And he didn't injure his main leg. He injured his other leg.
Yes, it looks like it's the Achilles,
Yes,
as they
yes.
say. And he's going to be out a while. He's going
Yes.
to be out a year.
It has a lot of ramifications.
Okay.
Do you think he stays with Golden State now, or does he leave?
I think he has to at this point. He has to take because he's got player options, so he'll take the year because he's not going to play. And what would be the offer that would be given to him as a guy that's broken for a year, right? So you're going to pay him the max for the max amount that he's supposed to get. I highly doubt that, or maybe they'll just take a chance on him anyway. But I would say he stays at this point now. Everything's changed now.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So-
like, where does Kyrie go? Where does Kemba go? Does AD get traded to the Knicks now, or does it he almost guaranteed to get traded to the Lakers? Like, what happens?
These are all
So
great.
many
That
things.
was a great quick fire.
Sorry,
questions
man. There's so
there.
many things,
Fantastic.
man. So many.
Well, okay. Well, if we go quick fire on that one, Kyrie's not going to be a Celtic anymore. Kemba, I can see him going to like somebody like a Boston or the Lakers or even OKC, something like that.
Wow.
Anthony Davis, I think, will still go to the Lakers, but it'll take a 3-team deal.
Sure.
I see something like that going in the summer, and that's it. So I don't know about the Knicks or anything like that, but yes, they will all be moving. No one will stay of that group of people that you just mentioned,
Okay.
except for Kevin Durant. Yeah.
All right. And that's all.
Very
And then-
quick, very question. See the audience questions, right?
And RIP, get up, boys. You know.
Yeah, rest in peace to
Rest in peace to
Bushwick
Bushwick
Bill.
Bill, right.
Bushwick Bill, right.
Rest in peace, Ghetto Boys, Bushwick Bill. Had the craziest video where he talks about him getting shot in the eye.
Yes, ever so clear. We talked about it on our hip hop
A
podcast.
video that's just out of control and I saw too many times.
Yeah,
We saw
I
that
really
too
like
many
it. I
times.
really enjoy that
The
one.
video's about Bushwick Bill getting shot in the eye by
Yes.
his girlfriend.
Right.
And that sums it up. So
But he's a
rest in
Houston
peace
legend.
to
He's a Texas legend.
Houston legend, yes,
Yes. Texas
Hip hop
legend.
legend. Rest in peace to
Any
that
other
man.
questions or comments from the crowd? Anybody else? Anybody? No? All right.
Okay.
All right, hey.
Oh, there's the
Oh!
wait,
Oh!
oh, that's
We
right here. Oh,
got, we got the Lord here.
we gotta make the noise. Oh.
I'm pretty sure this is a waste time, but a shout out to the United States Women's World Cup soccer winners,
Oh, sorry.
winning 13-0, breaking ankles and records.
Wow. That's right.
Thank
That-
you.
That gets the air horn there.
Yeah, I don't got the air horn in my hand, so man, sorry.
Soccer information, yes. I didn't
Yes.
even know that. See? But we should know that because it's the female show.
Exactly.
Tonight is ladies' night. So it's only fitting that we're going and once again, Sky, something's gonna happen. So you heard that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Sky's making his way back there.
Something's
All
gonna
right,
happen.
let's take a break here. We got Tiffany coming up.
That's right.
We got Chandra Lamb is coming up
Yeah.
as well.
Woo!
We have the first
yeah.
ever cocktail demo on the
Yeah.
show.
Let's
And
take a
then,
break.
and then the Empress is gonna close it
And
up.
yeah, and then we got a live
Let's
performance. Woo!
go. Sleep time's over. Let's go. Take a break.
Sleep time's over. We'll be right back.
Wow, with the new mic and everything, that I don't even know if that's even loud enough or nothing. We gotta get used to this.
I think it's just the speaker is low, but I think our
Is it,
sound guy, I think everything is sounding good on the
I'm
I'm
recording.
afraid to breathe. I feel like
Well,
I'm breathing too loudly.
I also feel like they don't need to be, the crowd here doesn't need to be bombarded with sound effects in, right?
Well, neither do we, but it works anyway. In case you haven't figured out, Tiffany's back.
Hey!
Hey. Tiffany yet again. That's right. Yes, that's right. Yes. Come on now. Come on now. We're back with Take Time or Waste Time, as always. Tiffany, thank you for joining us yet again.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
We thought you'd have checked out after the second time, but you're back. And before we get started with our usual topics of the of the time, I want the people to get to know you further. Okay, so
Oh no.
I want. Let's go into the world. We've done this briefly before. Let's go into the world of yourself. Like, you go out on the town a lot.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You're gonna do, because we're gonna go in kind of a recap since the last time, or maybe like the past week. Where have you, events, things? Where have you been doing?
Okay, I must admit the last week has been a bit busy. I did go to Women of Style event, which Chandra was at.
Hey, all right.
And that was actually super good.
Women of Style, that's good.
Yeah.
Always good to have
That was a
style.
last minute call up, but I appreciated getting it.
Okay. And what was taking place at this?
So it was at BMW. It was put on by Modern Luxury, and they had like Dry Bar and Bare Minerals and
Bare Minerals?
just
Wait,
it's
what
makeup.
do you-
Don't worry about it.
Wait, what is that?
Makeup,
Oh, really?
like natural makeup.
Oh, okay.
Mineral makeup.
What, you expect me to know this? Okay, I'm following along. Once again, I want to know what you're doing.
No, but there are like
interested.
makeovers, and there are
Okay,
delicious
right.
cocktails, and
Got it.
there are just like different stations where you could like go around and like make bath salts for your bubble baths
Really?
and things
Did
like that.
You partaked in that? I saw on the Instagram, as they
did.
say. Yes.
Yeah, I
So,
did.
okay, so it was a I guess like a spa day party. Seems like okay.
Yep, it was good.
All right. Any men there?
Actually, there were a couple, but
Really?
I think it was just because they were friends of like women that were speaking
They were
on the panel.
the boyfriend.
No, not even
Oh, they were
boyfriends,
just
but
guys
yeah.
that in the know
Yeah.
kind of guys. Okay.
They were smart guys.
Influencers, smart guys were there.
They were smart guys.
Well,
that
you
were
want
there.
stupid guys there, right?
I mean, it was a
It's good to have
women's
smart guys.
event.
Okay,
like-
well, good to have smart guys at a women's event. We don't want to have stupid guys. That would not go well, would
Yeah,
it?
like bare minimum, bare minerals.
Yeah,
What?
what is it, bare minimum? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's so. Okay, yes, ridicule me because I don't know bare minimums. Yes, like you did not know this too, so you can calm down. Okay, settle down over there. All right, Tiffany, where else did you go?
Well, last night I went to a restaurant, kind of like soft opening media event. So that was fun. It's called Rigo.
Yes,
It's
it's
where
Spanish
the
tapas
old,
restaurant.
Yeah, it's where the old.
It's the old Genki sushi that gave
yeah.
everybody hepatitis. Hey.
Yeah, so it's super clean now.
Yo,
I
hope
didn't
so.
get sick. I didn't get
hepatitis
sick.
free.
So it's a huge spot. So
It was beautiful.
and they gutted it out and.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
they did a beautiful job with the
Okay.
build out.
Right.
Yeah, and the food was good. It's like Spanish, Italian-ish tapas
Okay.
by Japanese.
Of course,
So.
of course.
Yeah.
So big spot. The parking is the same as how Genki was, or what they do?
Yeah,
there?
parking wasn't ideal, but I was really lucky to get
problem.
like a spot. So I guess you have to legally park at Safeway.
They don't have
Wonderful.
valet.
They don't have valet or anything like that?
No, they didn't have valet.
Oh, red
Oh,
flag.
fail.
Yelp review. Okay, so they need parking. But it,
Guys, but the food was decent.
Okay, well, Uber there. Okay, fair enough. So that's a good spot. Is it open currently? Like, did it open?
Yeah,
this
it's
week?
open. I believe it opened on June 1st. And
Okay.
I'm not even doing an ad for this. Like, I don't know how I know so much information. But
But you're there.
yeah, no, it was good though. And
Okay.
it's a really great atmosphere. The prices are super reasonable.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they have a really nice bar that they put
Okay.
in there too.
Yep.
So,
Oh, great. Okay.
You know, for those who care about having a bar.
That's right. For the people who still drink. Right.
They got that real Spanish tapas.
Yeah. So what kind of examples of a
You know what?
Spanish
I wouldn't
tapas?
say that they're real Spanish tapas. I would say it was more Spanish inspired. I definitely felt more of like the Italian come through.
Spanish Italian
But,
tapas.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. But it was good. I mean, I think it's worth trying for sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
As long as it's got furikake on it. I don't
Yeah, like furikake Alfredo. What's gonna happen with
No, they didn't have
fusion?
that.
Yeah, you can throw that out. Okay. What else what else happened to you?
So my favorite highlight of this week, I must say, was Thunder from Down Under.
There we go. There we go. How about it? All right. All right. Naked man for the win. All right. So, for the people that don't, if you can paint us a picture of what are we expecting as we go to this event? Where was this at, first of all?
Well, it was at the Republic, and I was in the second row, so I think I can paint a pretty good picture.
Sorry. Okay, so you got the tickets for this. So is it first come, first serve? You just got to rush it, and that's how you got the second row?
So we got premium general admission.
Wow.
And then they reserve like X amount of rows
Okay.
for the premium seats. So
Okay.
I think you get like the first 10 rows or something. So we had to rush after the curtains opened at 7 p.m. to get our seats in the second row.
So
it really is first come, first serve.
Really? Was there women pushing and like really rushing in their heels and like?
Yes.
Wow.
And then there were a bunch of general admission people trying to get in the premium seats, and the security guards had to be like, no, you don't have the right wristbands. Like, you can't sit here.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Free for all for this thing.
Yeah. Or as the Australians would say, was it?
Crikey.
Person best dressed.
Who?
Yeah.
What was that? Aussie. Oi. Okay. So, how long is the show?
It was like 2 hours.
2 hours of this. 2 hours
Maybe
of
an hour
naked
and a half.
guys.
Maybe an hour and a half.
2 hours?
Really?
Oh, it was worth it. You didn't want it to end.
So, now I get some of the gist of what these shows where they put on little skits or little dance numbers, because you gals, you love that. You love the guys dancing in the cowboy suit or whatever, space suit, whatever, cop uniform.
And
So
it's like
is that what it
legit
is?
choreography?
No, you know what? I must say that it wasn't as cheesy as I thought it was going to be. So if you can imagine just like a really good sequence from Magic Mike or like 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey?
What comparison is that? What?
No, it was just like really good. Like they were doing moves where I was like, oh, dang.
Wow. So you were just mesmerized by these
I just
maneuvers.
spilled my drink on myself because
You know what?
She's excited.
So
that's
excited.
If that's a sell, you're talking about selling stuff. You just sold thunder for that. All the women, they're all just gonna get excited like you. Packed house?
Yeah, it was packed. It was pretty full.
And so you're mentioning before we started the show that they're very smart marketers, is how
Yes.
they kind of they grab you.
They're business
Maybe
people.
they do grab
for
you.
sure.
So is it fully nude too?
No,
They
no,
don't go that route?
No.
Okay. So they're still in their cowboy attire.
Classy and sassy.
Well, there you go. So what happens at the end of the show? Does something take place where like you can take pictures with them? You can any kind of autographs? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sign something. Sign their chest. I don't know.
So I was like shocked at this part. You could take pictures with them,
Okay.
but so at the end of the show, they were like, okay, everybody who wants to take a picture, like go to, like the far right side and line up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like if you had to pay per group to take a picture. Every single person that got in line had to pay $20 to take a picture.
Smart.
And it was packed. I
Very
was
smart.
like, they are
Yeah.
geniuses.
Aaron, you missed your calling, man. You should have been a stripper, man.
I'm not Australian. Is it all Australian guys?
I
mean,
mean,
they got
I
to, right?
think so.
Okay.
I think it is.
There's no like American accent that slide.
No,
in
like
there?
they didn't all speak during the show.
Well, that's
but-
right. They don't need to.
There
Yeah.
might have been some. There
Yeah.
might have been some guys from Newark, New Jersey. In
Does a
there.
man need to speak?
Right. Right.
You just go.
Their body did all the speaking.
Yeah. Aaron can just show up. Aaron's like, throw another shrimp on the barbie.
It's not a knife. It's a knife.
That's not a knife. Here's a knife.
I'm not referring knife to something else. Okay, but I guess that's a brilliant idea, and it's been going on for how long? And what led you there?
So one of my gay friends, Mario, he wanted to surprise our mutual friend Chanel.
Oh, shout out Chanel, yes.
It
we
was
go.
a belated birthday gift / early bridal
Oh, okay,
shower
got
gift.
it.
So we
Got it.
completely surprised her. She had no idea what she was going to. And
Got
afterwards,
it.
we went and got Chinese foot and body massages and soda bowl. It was a great night.
What a night of that. You get that after, because you're all riled up from seeing the naked men, and then you're gonna go get massaged.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
That could lead to something, right? Okay, so I literally saw about 5 different IG stories of 5 different women at this same event. So I had your angle, and then you got Chanel's
front
angle.
row.
In front row, you're really right there. And then you got Chanel's like, she's not a good IG story. Shout out Chanel. But then you had other people so all the women were there, all various demographics, right? All ages were at this thing. Unreal.
They had grandmas on stage.
Really?
Maybe that's where the lady from Owosan went.
She probably dug out one over there. So they
like
invite
that
the women
callback.
up on the stage. So what do they do with the women?
Great things.
Really?
No,
We're
literally,
an
like.
R-rated show. We can turn it X-rated. What are they getting away with with these women?
No, just.
They're doing the helicopter? Is that a thing?
Okay, you were saying helicopter, and I did not see that move,
See,
but
yeah,
they're
somebody heard
doing
helicopter. I
great
don't know what
things on stage, like things with like wrapping their wrist up and like turning them over, putting them on chairs, like.
We're putting them on chairs. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
it was-
They're like getting the women on stage and they're
You
like,
know, I
they're
just
like
think
putting the
the
women on
way-
chairs.
move to
They're
like
putting
pile
them on
driving,
chairs.
You know what I mean? Like they're doing the move to like.
I'm just
pile
trying to clarify
driving,
what
but not
them
gonna
means.
pile drive
Okay.
them.
All right.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right. That's not. You never know.
Just
a lot of
watch
wrestling
Magic
moves.
Mike or 50 Shades of Grey, I'm telling you, and just imagine what it would be like on stage. Like, that's what it is.
Aaron has never seen a
I've
50
never seen
Shades
either.
of Grey movie.
That's not gonna happen. But yeah, I like the comparison of the two movies though. That's something. So, quite an eventful week, to say the least. So
It was a good week.
it was a good week. Yeah. All right. Let's get into
All right.
our deal here.
We're
So-
gonna do our take time or waste time, your favorite.
No, I gave you.
She
the,
pre-screened these topics now, so we can't like
You're
shock her.
pre-screened
with-
I
now.
wouldn't say pre-screen.
Well, but there's an element of surprise maybe. But let's go to the first.
We're not
one
gonna
here.
like drop herpes on you, like the herpes topic on you again, right?
Yeah, that
like,
didn't
or
go
something
well,
like
did
that.
What's topic one, guys?
So take time or waste time. The Chinese are banning travel to America. So due to the current U.S.-China trade war, the Chinese government is asking citizens to not vacation in the U.S. until an agreement is settled. So this could heavily affect Hawaii's tourism economy because the average Chinese tourist spends the most of any visitor to the islands. Did you know this?
We'll figure on that, right? Because the whole stereotype of like Chinese being cheap, right?
They spend an average of $180 to $200 more than Japanese and American tourists per day.
Yeah.
So $350 to $375 a day is what the average Chinese tourist spends here.
So we're losing about what?
So
300 million
Movie
a
Hanneman,
year?
hey, shout out Movie Hanneman.
Hey, shout out Movie. Still got a job.
He's the president of Lodging and Tourism. He said the Hawaii could stand to lose $370 million a year if the Chinese stop coming here. So any thoughts on this, and how can we make up for this potential loss?
I don't think you can, right? Like, they're just
Let's bring the
second
Indians
behind
in.
the Japanese tourists, and they're spending more than what the Japanese tourists are spending. So
we're
I
screwed.
think it's a huge loss. And people, I would always like spit this statistic out to people that Chinese tourists spent more than Japanese tourists and be like, really? I'm like, yeah.
Right.
So I think it's just unfortunate that there's.
Well, we
gonna
don't know if
be
it's going to
things-
come to that. But,
if it comes to it, yeah.
But they're advertising in
Well, you know what?
China now.
Listen to this. It's the
Right.
Chinese government, right? They're
Right.
telling, if the American government were to tell Americans to not go somewhere, we're still going to defy them and we're still going to go. I mean, we got Trump in, right? But the Chinese government they say something and the Chinese people will listen. So that's going to be the thing that's going to make it serious. And how many percentage of Chinese people come to Hawaii as far as visiting the mainland or whatnot? It's very
Right
small
now,
percentage.
we average 136,000 Chinese tourists a year.
So that's the percentage of the entire Chinese tourism as a whole in America.
It's basically
How much percentage is
of
that?
the total that's coming to the United
So-
States. It's like 2 to 3% of the total tourists from China that are coming to the United States are coming here. Like only 3%,
Okay, then you know
but
what
it's
that
still
means?
a huge. It's a huge dollar
that
amount
means that
for
we
here.
need to tap into Korea. We need to get the Koreans in here.
Yep,
It's
there you
time
go.
for Korea.
I like
you
it.
approve of that, right? I mean, no.
What?
The Koreans. To get the Koreans in here.
I'm Vietnamese.
No, but that's, I'm just saying. No,
Let's get more Vietnamese over
I'm
here.
saying we're
then.
just getting different. I got it. I'm just saying we get the different Asians in there. You'll still, I'm not saying Micronesian here, but I'm just saying we get different Asians in there. I don't know. You would think with
All right.
with the Vietnamese
I
country?
like it. Let's
What's the
just
Vietnamese tourism?
advertise to different countries.
Advertise to different Asians. That's all we gotta do.
Right.
And get the Laotians in here.
Yeah, but the Chinese have this.
But they don't spend.
Power.
Yes, I got it.
That's the
Well,
whole
go
thing.
fair. Chinese Beverly Hills is still strong in Kerala.
Right.
Okay.
So
yes.
take time or waste time. Tiffany, you're on Instagram quite a bit. Are you on
You
Instagram
like
quite a
Instagram,
bit?
Tiffany?
Yeah, I go. Yes.
You go on there? You do
Well,
the
Instagram
Post
Instagram
something?
has recently announced a stricter censorship policy, which will force users, or they will just take down posts that are deemed inappropriate or too sexually suggestive.
Oh.
So a study done by TechCrunch said that these new rules seem to target women more than men, since there's more of a gray area of what is too
Lot of
sexy to
women
post
twerking.
by a woman.
A lot of twerking going on.
So any thoughts on this?
So Tiffany, you take revealing pics on the Instagram. You decide you start twerking. You figure I'm gonna take a picture of that and post it on there. Is that you?
No,
Good
I think
answer.
I'm pretty demure on Instagram.
Right.
What do you feel is inappropriate to post on Instagram?
Well, okay, I think I know. I mean, I definitely get a lot of like weird requests from fake accounts on Instagram,
Oh, the
which
bots.
have
With
which
bad English.
show just like all the girls like that they probably just randomly found images of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard because I read this article that you guys sent to me about this topic, but it did say like things like how girls maybe that were overweight or like were trying to like just show a different sense of
what is appropriate and what is not, right?
Yeah, like
so like a guy one
pics.
they would take it down because like a guy would basically take a picture of him like holding his junk or something. They'll immediately take that down. But then for like a girl, there's like a gray area where like it'll just be a girl in a thong at the beach with her friends. Yeah, that's inappropriate. Take that down.
Hashtag suns out,
or
buns
dress
out,
that's too revealing. Or
Hashtag
whatever.
Wahoo life.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what's hard is there just has to be like a human element of like this filter, right? Because it's very clear if you look at someone's account and they're like just posting things to post to be super overly sexual, and then there are other girls who are posting because like they're trying to like change women's like body image and like body personas. So I think there just needs to be an element of common sense if you're choosing to, like censor some accounts and not others.
Well,
Aaron, you got any thoughts on this?
Well, it basically comes down to whether you're going to be twerking or you're not twerking. So therefore, Tiffany, you don't twerk, so you're fine. So you can post your pictures. You can put hashtag living my best life.
Yeah.
You can put it all. You'll be
Keep
fine.
it classy.
The body pictures, the comparison ones. That's bizarre if they start to ban and go after those guys. That'll be very strange. That, like you said, but everybody should just post whatever. Just eliminate the sexual ones. I mean, if you see something over there like penetration, maybe we take that down.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we'll go the extreme. I'm just saying, like everybody else should just. It's just creative outlet.
Yeah.
You just put it out. That's all you gotta do.
For the
most part,
right? Everyone for the most part has a certain degree or an idea of good taste and bad taste.
Bottom line,
but,
Tiffany, your account's not gonna get blocked. Your account's not gonna get taken down. Okay, I'm gonna safely say you post very. This is why you're on this show, Tiffany. See, strong woman on Ladies' Night here. In case you're wondering what show you're on, Ladies' Night. What else we got?
All right, so take time or waste time in Boston, Boston.
Boston,
hey, Boston in the house.
a
city of tolerance here. A Twitter campaign has gotten 45,000 people to retweet and try to rally a straight pride parade. Come on, man. The group is called Super Happy Fun America. It was started by a Republican candidate for Massachusetts Congress, John Hugo, and his quote is, "Straight people have now become an oppressed majority." That's what he said. And I will fight for the right of straights to express pride in themselves. And they have applied with the Boston government, and their approval for their parade is currently pending. Any thoughts on this?
To the white pride parties, a bunch of bullshit. Okay, so
I think Boston's historically a democratic state, first of all.
Right, that is correct.
But I think that's probably the equivalent to when people say like, "Oh, there's an International Women's Day now. Why isn't there International Men's Day?"
Okay, so that poses a question. So I want to ask you this. Okay, so because of that, and everybody's trying to specify groups and specify more and more in 2019, and seems to be a growing disconnect between the general public about all of these types of things where we're trying to designate the transgender, homosexuality. Is that a direct connect of why a person like Trump got in? Because you have all these guys that we don't think that because we think this is ridiculous. But there's another group of people that exist out there that are seriously thinking this is a good idea, which just sounds like a total joke.
45,000 people have signed up. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, is there a growing disconnect of what we deem is just ridiculous, more ridiculous behavior, ridiculous thinking to lead to bullshit like this?
I mean, I almost want to just call this a waste time.
Right?
Yeah, no, it is a waste time.
It is a waste time, but
it's crazy that this is going on.
But it's a strange thing
that
that it's strangely growing. I mean, because we live in in Hawaii, where we're not going to see this kind of disconnect of like different racism or sexism and whatnot, but it's there. And when do we need to understand like this is a growing thing? That's getting strangely bigger.
It's just going to get weirder.
Yeah, I'm just going to say waste time on this.
Yeah.
All right. And on a lighter note, we'll end with on a lighter
let's
note.
end with something
So to
nice.
celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the flip phone, everyone in here has probably had a flip phone, right? All right. So
I think based off our
Utah,
show demographic,
a Utah-based company, Frontier Communications, is putting a online contest together. They're gonna select one person, and we'll pay them $1,000 to live on a flip phone for a month. Could you do this? Could you live without your smartphone for a month?
I mean, I definitely could, but I wouldn't pay someone $1,000 to do it. Like, if I really wanted to live off a flip phone, I think I would just go and buy one for like $20.
Wait, is that how it is, or are they paying the person?
No, so people got to sign up.
Yeah.
They have to sign up online, and then they're selecting a handful of people to do this social experiment.
And their reward to do this
Is
experiment is
$1,000.
Oh, their reward is $1,000.
So they're gonna give you $1,000.
Pay $1,000.
You get $1,000 at the end of the month.
Yeah, they're paying you. They're paying you. Yeah, that would be total ridiculous. Yeah. So would you take a grand to do a flip phone?
For a month, I would do it.
And have to do like the text. We have to go A, B, C. And you have to scroll through the B.
I would
and
do
you get to
it.
scroll. No, not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do that. I got too much stuff going on with my phone and with my work and
I
whatnot.
can't live without it.
We got
I can't live
Instagram,
without
we
it
got
at this
IG stories. We got to post. We got boomerangs. We got to post. I would. You would seriously do this?
Yeah.
What's the time frame of this?
1 month.
1 month. 1 month. No, really.
I like being off the grid.
1 month.
Yeah.
Really. But you're a social girl. You're gonna be out there. You know, you're gonna be taking pictures, man.
Nah,
Okay.
I would do it.
Really. I'll be impressed.
Well, there you go.
Should we do this challenge on the show?
I ain't doing it.
We'll wait a month and then.
I ain't doing it.
We'll create like a GoFundMe to get the 1,000, and then when people pay Tiffany after like a month, and she'll be like, okay, yeah.
We can always check in on her, right?
Yeah, we can.
She's trying to take pictures of Thunder from down under with a flip phone. I enjoy
Wow,
that.
wouldn't that be something? How pixelated that would be? How pixelated, like the whatever you're able to see. I don't know.
I would just bring
like
my
this.
Olympus camera along with me.
Oh, okay. There you go.
All right, well,
Canon.
there you
That
go.
works. That works. That works. Wow. What else we got? Is that?
That's it. That's our
Oh,
four
is that
topics,
it?
yeah.
Okay. So, anything that's coming up for you? Any events that you're going to be going to? What's the coming days for you?
No, I think the only one is I'm going to do like a Habitat for Humanity event on Saturday where we're just going to go build some houses in Waimanalo. So that's all I have in my docket.
You see how this works? You see, this is why she's on the show, okay? We're not just bringing any yahoos. Yeah, I'm telling you this all the time. We don't bring any yahoos on the show.
No yahoos.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's it. Wow. So you're always on, that's this Saturday.
Yeah, it just happens, this Saturday.
Wow.
And then it's Father's Day. Don't forget about Father's Day.
That's
guys.
right.
Don't forget about that. Yes. And then a quick thing. How's the social scene for you? How's everything with you in the social realms? And we're good.
All right.
Really? No, last time, well, a while ago.
Yeah,
you
keep
know,
it vague.
You're dating some guy. I just want to say, is that moved? Or
Yeah, we moved on from that.
Yeah, all right. You met him on Tinder, right?
Hey, did on.
Rubbish. You're better off. You're much better off. You're doing good. All right, let's go take a break.
Oh,
All
he's
right,
not
Tiffany.
listening to this.
Let's give it up for Tiffany.
He's not. Tiffany, everyone. Thank you. Yes. Always fun. Let's take a break.
Sleep time's over. We'll be right back.
All right, everyone, we're back. And before we announce our first guest here, a couple of news and notes as we go through June here. So this is actually the last show of June at the establishment known as the Hi Brau Room, because people are going to be going, don't get too sad, we're going to get a lot of people on vacation and things of that nature, so we're going to actually do the final show at the Light Sleeper store. Is going to be next week. That's going to be next week, Wednesday. We're going to do the finals at the location at Cabot. Yep, he'll be there. And the final time at that location. And then we're going to take the week break after that. Mm-hmm. And then we got the 3-year anniversary show.
That's right.
Yes, this show's been on for 3 years. Go figure, huh?
Good Lord.
Yeah, shout out Grassroots. So we're going to have a cavalcade of people. So we got Chris Kajioka will be there.
Yes.
Osenya. We're
That's
going
what
to have the head Holly Thomas Ray will be there. Robert Casimiro will be there.
Robert Casimiro.
We'll be here. Actually, it's going to be at the Hi Brau Room, right? We're going to have Creed's going to do the opening theme live. Right? We're going to have Cabot finally explain to us
beat off.
what the beat off is about.
All right, he's going to make a beat, guys.
He's going to make beats. He's going to press buttons, right? You know, if the Thunder Down Under didn't get you excited, we're going to have a beat off.
Live beat off.
So we got that. I'm gonna try to get Punahele to come back on. We'll have him come back on.
Awesome.
Just do that. So it'll be just a potpourri of,
I like it.
of freshness.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's gonna be there, and then we're also gonna have the people from Perv Donuts. It's not even called Perv Donuts, but I'm gonna still call it Perv Donuts. The owners are gonna come on for that one. We got Jazan's gonna be performing. We got DJ Sub-Zero will be on to talk about his stories. So July is gonna be a bigger.
So much, man.
We're gonna do 4 shows in July.
That's fantastic.
So that was the plan, rather than the usual 3. So
Right.
we're gonna go into that. But our first guest, let's get to it. This is she's the director of Mixology.
Yes.
For Southern Wine and Spirits.
That's
and we're gonna do
Southern
that.
Glazers.
Southern Glazers?
Rebranded now.
Really?
Yes.
See, so even more of the reason we're gonna be asking that question to this great gal that's gonna be coming on. Let's welcome in Chandra Lucariello, everyone.
Hi.
What are you coming into? Oh, hypnotized. Oh. I didn't
Love it.
I didn't know what song she was coming into. All right. Oh. Welcome. Thank you for coming on here.
Oh yeah,
So-
thanks for having me.
So we've never crossed paths because we
Which is surprising because
don't
I just
understand.
talked to Dave Newman, who's a very good friend
Hey,
of mine.
shout out.
He's
Shout out Dave Newman. Where's my harp
absolutely.
sound?
Whoop, whoop.
Right. Exactly.
Boom, 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 boom.
I
I got you.
I
got
do
you.
the same thing for Dave.
I know, right?
So I don't
And he said
understand.
he came on and he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Aaron's a super regular. And I was like, okay, he's cool then.
Hey.
Sorry, I had to vet you.
Chandra,
Came
did you
on.
know he literally had his wedding reception at Pint and Jigger?
I did
Yeah.
not know that. That's
And the
awesome.
reception there, yeah. So I'm just amazed that we just never, of all of these
I
events,
know, it's
you've got the
crazy.
Kyle Rutners, you've got the Quinn Mears, all the USBG, you know, that
Mm-hmm.
they get into a fight whenever they're ready to go. If you,
They throw it on. They throw
I
it
don't know
on
if you heard
hard.
about this.
I witnessed it.
The USBG Avengers. Is
Yes,
what they're called.
USBG Avengers.
You're gonna be the Black Widow of the
Oh,
USBG Avengers.
She's the
that's
Black
already
Widow.
my
Okay.
nickname. Sorry.
I love it.
That's
Or the
that's 'cause
Captain
you don't know
Marvel.
me. It's okay.
Or the
That's already
Captain
my
Marvel.
That's already my nickname.
See, exactly. So it's just finally to
Yes.
meet you.
Yes. Thank you.
So
It's great.
I mean, clearly, Sky. I mean, we can say that she's the of the motley crew that is the USBG.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly the best looking
Yes.
one.
Oh yes,
So,
most definitely.
I mean, quite frankly.
Most definitely.
Okay. Well, Chandra, how did you get started in all this? What is your story of how you got to where you're at right now?
So I've been in the industry since I was like 15 years old, mainly
Wow.
because my parents said that I couldn't wear my short shorts, and if I want to wear the clothes I want to wear, I got to get a job. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting a job then. So that's pretty much how I started in this
thinking.
industry.
Yeah, I like it.
I started at just like as a hostess and like cocktailing, and then worked my way up and bartending since 2001. And I really bartended just to like put myself through school.
Yeah.
So I got my bachelor's, I got my MBA, I started working in finance, and I was like, I hate this. This is terrible. Get me out of here. So one of my mentors, and like he's like an uncle to me, Chuck Faria.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah,
Chuck.
Chuck's awesome, and he's like, forget this finance stuff. That's not you. You gotta go work for Warren at Southern. So I did, and 13 years later, it's the best decision I ever made.
Wow.
Love it, and I'm super, super blessed.
So what year did you start?
I started when I was 26.
So it's like, what year was like?
2006.
Oh, okay, 06.
You're outing her age.
I started.
Thank you, Sky. I appreciate
Man,
that.
I've been selling wine in Hawaii.
That we're
Ladies, like, you
friends.
don't out the age of a
Dude.
woman right here.
Well, it's
Dude.
only because I've known her for
Like 13 years?
when she started.
And you were 5. You were 5 when you started.
And I've been
so,
selling wine for
right.
17 years, dude.
Oh.
So hey,
One upper?
Yeah, exactly. You know,
No.
okay.
I'm old.
I
I'm
don't know.
old.
Okay, before we create the vendor war, this is okay. Good Lord, okay, people, you just okay. So Chandra, let's get into the word. For the people that don't know, I just wanted to cover when you say you're the director of mixology. The term mixology, for the person that isn't familiar, what would you say is mixology, mixologist?
Oh, gosh. So that term has really gotten a bad rap over the years because, there's a lot of pompous people that want to call themselves mixologists, and it's self-proclaimed. It's not like a title that's you have to get a certification to be a mixologist.
Right.
In our company, that's kind of the title that they give you when you do what I do. So it was kind of just given to me. And then, you know, in the past there has been like music videos made like, hey, Mr. Mixologist, did you go to college for this? Which is awesome. Like, I think that's hilarious. And it's true because you should, I mean, you know, but I didn't give myself that title. It was just kind of placed on me within the company that I work for. So anyway, I basically get to create cocktails for like hotels and restaurants across the state and train bartenders and meet super awesome people all the time on all the different islands. So I love it.
Yeah, so you help build full beverage programs. Yeah,
I do.
Right. So name some of the places that you have consulted and have developed the program.
So I work with all the Four Seasons properties, Princeville Resort, all the Hyatts and Sheratons, and I mean a lot of hotels. Some of the the Roys and Eating House, and it's just a smattering of all of them. But it really just kind of our top accounts.
Wow.
So like maybe the top 20% of the accounts that we deal with.
Wow. Does the term bartender ever come into your vocabulary?
Oh yeah, that's how I got started. I am a bartender. That's who I am. At my core,
Exactly.
absolutely.
There you go.
Yes,
There you
I am
go.
a bartender. Like title schmeidel, for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I gotta get into this. Okay, so the thing with wait, what happened? With hair.
My hair.
Or your hair? Oh, whose hair? My hair? Did my hair grow? Or her hair? Okay.
Shout out lapel mics.
We'll edit this out.
You never know what's gonna happen.
Live, so it's fine. So I gotta ask you this because I always found the whole cocktail thing just fascinating because I've always enjoyed it. Dave Newman was the one that got me into the whole cocktail game of the whole world of being a noble.
Every time Dave Newman's name comes on,
That's
we gotta
the
play
Dave
the harp.
Newman
Yeah.
sound. So I just wanted to get go into your mind here as far as when creating a cocktail, the science behind it. It's fascinating, the chemistry of putting it together. Like, what would you tell someone that is trying to get into and expand their knowledge of cocktails? Or what?
So that's a really kind of a hard question to answer. I mean, I get asked that all the time, and I really akin a lot of my inspiration to the foods that I eat. So I get really inspired by different flavor combinations that I taste, like in food, and when I go to different restaurants, like it inspires me. But it really depends on. There's so many variables. It really depends on like the account I'm working with. Like if I'm working with like a really busy hotel with union bartenders, that if they have to like muddle something, it's like it's not happening.
Right.
So you have to make it super simple. You have to make it like dummy proof,
Right.
Or you're working with a upscale lounge that like wants to do, like smoked cocktails and centrifuge and all of that. So it really depends on like who you're working with and what the target is. When I started in this business, I was like, oh, I'm gonna preach like fresh craft cocktails to everyone. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna change the industry. And then I learned real quick, it's not about me. It's all about them. Like what's gonna work with their situation. So
catering
I have
to the vibe,
absolutely.
catering to the atmosphere, the
It's
customer
not
base.
totally.
Yeah.
And like what's gonna work in like downtown Honolulu is not gonna work in Waikiki.
Exactly.
And vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
So just knowing that and being flexible and pliable with that.
Right. And when you're in the lab, I guess, and you say that you're going to do something for a establishment such as Hi Brau Room, and you're going to
I would never do that. The Lord, he's
there you go, shout out
he's
to,
got it down.
Shout out to
I just come and enjoy.
Territorial.
I just come and enjoy.
Well, I know,
There's no
hypothetical-
work to be done here.
Nothing is Lord lock it down. In a hypothetical situation of a lounge where they want something more complicated, what would your process be? Like, say I throw out the spirit of do a whiskey cocktail. That's something I like. How would you, if someone were to tell you bartender's choice whiskey cocktail, where would you go with it if you didn't know that person? Like in an improv situation.
I really try to consider their concept
Yeah.
because I really feel like the kitchen, I try to meet with a chef as well.
Okay.
And I feel like the kitchen should be cohesive with the bar. Like the whole concept needs to be cohesive, otherwise it'll be disjointed.
Yep.
So I really try to meet with as many people as possible. And then also when we're doing the cocktail presentations, it's not like, oh, these are my cocktails, that's it. Like take it or leave it. It's a work in progress.
Yep.
So it's like, tell me, be honest, like, does it need more sweetness? Do we need to add more complexity? Should we change the base spirit? Like, it's absolutely just kind of like consulting and working with the account itself.
Right. And say you get that figured out, and the thing that I do with the Lord when I get a drink from him is I'll usually at the point, because he's known me for quite some time, and I'll just go whiskey whatever. I'll just do the whiskey whatever thing, and then or whiskey fernet. There's an indicator for what's gonna happen later. What would you do in a situation like that if I were to tell you, being that I'm a whiskey drinker?
Yes.
How would you tackle that if I told you, okay, Chandra, let's go whiskey whatever?
Well, I personally, I love like big, bitter, boozy cocktails. Like that's my thing.
Okay.
Like I'm not like a lychee martini girl.
There you go.
And I know a lot of people think like, oh yeah, she's known for like her beautiful garnishes and her. Kyle Reitner, he always teases. He's like, is there an edible flower on it? Oh, that's Chandra's drink. I'm like, shut up. It's true though.
You're supposed to be.
I have edible flowers.
Kyle the buzzkill.
Yeah. He's part of that motley crew. Wow.
But I actually personally, I love like boozy, bitter drinks.
Nice. Yes.
So I'd probably do like a Boulevardier variation for you, something of that sort. Maybe with a little bit of salt because I'm also a huge salt fan.
Oh, salty.
So yeah, I'm salty, a little salty. Yeah.
Call it the salty. See, and then we can come up with the names.
Salt lick. Yeah.
That's the thing. See, then we make up this drink, and we can make up some name, and it'll be something stupid, and we can laugh, and then that's all part of the whole experience.
Absolutely.
Of this whole thing, right? So, well, speaking of like these drinks, and you have the drinks that are trendy, like the old fashioned, the Moscow Mule. They seem to be like the trendy. How did they become trendy? What led to everyone saying, I'm gonna be Moscow Mule? A lot of local people like the Moscow Mule. Why did that lead to that? And then now it's old fashioned.
Yes.
What's the history there?
Because 5 years ago it was popular on the mainland, so that's finally how it trickles down.
Is that the still?
Yeah.
It's
like all
I'm
the wine.
Sorry.
I say the wine trend is even longer.
Is that it still goes down? It's just still following the mainland.
It's okay. It's Hawaiian time. It's
Really?
alright.
What's the latest one? Is there something coming up? Is there one on the come up?
I mean, you see all the clarified stuff. I mean, I don't know. Is that really necessary? Do you need a clear old fashioned? Like, is that really that cool? I don't know. But I mean, it's happening. It's a thing.
Really?
Like, why? Like, it takes so long to like age these spirits. Let them be brown. It's okay.
There you go. See,
right?
Brown is better. That's right. Coming from a pale guy. But I'm just. I just always wonder, like, how did that become? Or I guess is the craft cocktail overall the fan base is growing in 2019? Where do you see?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's been on the rise in Hawaii for sure.
Yeah.
But we do tend to follow trends a little later than what happens on the mainland. So I'll travel, to different cocktail festivals or seminars or conventions, and things that are happening there won't come to us until a little bit later. So it kind of follows the mainland, but craft cocktails in Hawaii, I feel super proud about where we are now. I mean, we have bars here that have put us on the map. I mean, like JP at BLA, he's doing things that have put him on the national level. And the global level, like he's represented our nation for his technique.
It's a destination.
Absolutely, and I mean it's like top 50 for Esquire magazine. I mean, and Harry's is right up there. I mean, Ben's doing amazing things here too, and our craft cocktail scene is just burgeoning. And we're respected finally. I really feel like we're finally being respected for what we can do. Yes, absolutely.
Back in high school, Justin and I, we both shoplifted from Liberty House.
Really? I love it. I love it.
Shout out Justin Park.
Yes.
I have no similar story for Dave Newman, although I do. He dropped the elbow on the guy at Murphy's. You should have.
Yes.
Chandra, do you go out? I know because I know you have a family. What's your favorite spots that you like to go out if you had time off to go at night?
I like to visit my friends, so I really enjoy visiting Dave at Harry's.
There you go.
And then just because of the close proximity to my house, because I live in Kaimuki, I actually go to Uncle Bo's a lot, like on the stop home, and I love it. We get a little pizza, get a beer and a shot, and we're happy. And we can still ride the motorcycle home. It's safe. It's good. Yeah.
Because would you consider that like as an example of a simple bar, where as far as the drink program is a simplified situation.
I mean, it's more comfort. It's definitely comfort. You know, it's like if you go to Side Street, you're not going to be
Right.
like, I want something with unicorn chairs
Right.
and smoke.
Right.
Like, yeah. I mean, you just get a beer.
Like,
shut
get
up.
out of here.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Know your
Got
place.
It.
Yeah.
Got it. It's all a great roster of places, and it is growing. I mean, new places opening up all the time.
Yes.
And downtown is a
New
thing,
talent.
right?
Yes. A lot of people are moving from the mainland and coming here.
Oh,
I
right.
mean, yeah, there's like Vikram's place at the Lotus Hotel. It's going to be opening very soon. It's called TBD. It's like a little pop-up.
Okay.
And I mean, they have
Isn't there a new cocktail bar in Chinatown just opened?
Yeah, what's
Skull and Crown?
The Skull,
Yeah.
right.
Yes, tiki inspired.
Yes, that's right.
Super cool, super theatrical.
Looks like a horror movie inside the interior.
That's tiki.
It's
That's tiki.
Oh, is it tiki? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
that's tiki. It's supposed to be that
I haven't
way.
been there yet. We're gonna go there.
It's like the
really
Brady
cool.
Bunch curse, man. Remember?
It's beautiful. Yes.
Skull and the Crossbone.
Yeah,
Skull
go
and the
check them
Curse.
out
All
for
right.
sure.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do something that we have not done. We've done a food demonstration on this show, but we've never done a cocktail demonstration.
Yes.
And you are gonna be the debut.
Woohoo!
We're gonna have a cocktail demonstration.
Nice.
We're gonna take a break here.
We're gonna
get
move the
set
camera
for
to the
this.
bar.
We're moving cameras.
Yep.
We're gonna get this all figured out. I'm gonna be behind the bar. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm just
Laybacks. No.
You want to do this thing? I can do this. I can smile and do this thing. Whatever you want to do. But we'll take a break here. We'll go over with Chandra. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Don't you go anywhere. Sleep time's over. We'll be right back.
Hey, we're back. And to close out, the Fyah Empress Stone has joined us. Here we are. How about it? I
What's up, everybody?
mean, okay? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm getting tired. It's been a long one. I got Fernet. I got Coca-Cola from Mexico.
Everything's lit.
You would think it literally is. I think it literally is. So how you been? What's the latest with you?
The latest with me, pretty much, I'm always working. That's one thing. Always hustling,
That's
always
right,
grinding.
you were telling me out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You got like 10 jobs or something.
Million jobs.
Exactly. So you put in the work.
Yeah, I put in the work.
Put in the work, and you were recently with. Were you on the album with Punahele?
Yeah, actually I was, and it just won the Nahoku Hanohano
Right.
Awards.
Shout out. Right.
Yeah, I was on one track.
Right.
Yep.
Friend
Shout
of
out
the show.
Punahele.
Yep. Shout out Punahele.
Yeah.
So you were working with him on a couple of the tracks on the album, or?
I was actually just on one of the tracks,
Okay,
but
yeah.
then he's actually been one of our music generals. So I've been working with him for like a few years on music in general. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. And you were mentioning to me too off camera that you're trying to get the production going, try to make tracks basically, and the budget. You're trying to build the budget to get the tracks built. Like
Basically. So when it comes to music,
yeah.
honestly, some projects that I'm working on, I'm part of a nonprofit organization, and the money aspect of it, I mean not the money, but the music aspect of it, my bad, is called Non Money Productions, and we also do FIF talent shows. Yeah, so the talent shows is one big project that we've been working on. If you wanted to read, I have
Look at this. You see, she's serious.
a bio. I have a bio over here. If you don't mind
Look at this.
reading it.
Look at this right here. So yeah, so I was going to ask you about this next Fire Island family.
Yeah.
So this is a thing that goes on, and it's a crazy situation because you have a talent show that's going to showcase all the new guys.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
all of this is to just generate more creativity amongst all these artists.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
and open up the next generation, the young generation of youths, bring them up in the music scene, different venues, producers, promoters, DJs, they get to link
Right.
up with all kinds of people, so.
And I have to say, like, this is the second week in a row that you were referenced or you were recommended by a good, longtime, close personal friend of the show, Crystallization Zone, Libby DeFreeze.
Yay.
2 weeks in a row.
Hey, shout out to Libby. Thanks,
Okay.
sis, for the referral.
So Libby put me on to yourself, and it was just, that was it. It was another one, just like shout out to Scholar last week. And she did say this about yourself, which she said about Scholar last week. When you show up on the show, she said, you're just gonna fall in love, and both of you guys are gonna fall in love with each other. Libby's always, she's always into, something. And she mentioned that again, and I'm surprised Libby's not even here, but then she recommended, so shout out to Libby DeFreeze for
Thanks, sis.
putting this all together. And you just had a performance Was it just this past weekend?
Yeah, I actually had so we just had a show this past Saturday. It was part of our talent show. One of our old contestants, we were celebrating his birthday, and a bunch of the artists is out in the East Side. So it was called East Side Story. We had we had Sire, Connor Boy, Cruz. Actually, no, it was all the boys from the East Side. But prior to that, the weekend before, the other talent show was the All Ladies Night, just like tonight.
There you go.
Yep. So it's called the Queens of Zion Oahu show. Yeah, and Jazan performed in that one.
Excellent. So let's get into what is the track that you're going to be performing tonight? What
So it's actually two different pieces, a piece from two different songs. Yeah, so I'm catching a chorus from one, and yeah, I think you'll catch the vibe once I perform it.
See,
listen up.
That doesn't. Let's get right to it. So once again, let's get to it. The Fyah Empress Stone. Here we go. Let's go with it.
Thanks.
Catch us multiplying, never dividing. Frontline motherfuckers never ducking or hiding. To infinity we riding, Zion warriors we styling. No doubt about it, we flying. High end status, I ain't crying. Empress General ready, I ain't lying. Hawaiian warfare, my people are dying. So we bring the fire without even trying, we just do it. Getting suit check, we can slew it. In it to win it, never in it to lose it. Rastafari, Selassie, I rule. Fire bust right through and slew it. Call us out and we never refuse it. Kill 'em with the sound, kill 'em with the music. Kill 'em with the sound, kill 'em with the music. Kill 'em with the sound, kill 'em with the music.
Thank you. This next one is called Work. Don't be lazy.
Tell this lazy bitch you better work. Put pussy boyfriend like he can't touch dirt. Stub a toe, break a nail, say it hurt. Send his ass to prison and they eat him for dessert. Ain't money, ain't free, put that ass to work. You say you want fly things, you better work. Get a bitch with a short skirt and put her right to work. Have her rock it down and make that ass twerk. Watch you rip the mic and make it work. Head high in the sky, let me bring it back to earth. Just walk it down my door, cause you a jerk. Fine nation, empire, now money, that's the purse. Tell this lazy bitch you better work. Put pussy boyfriend like he can't touch dirt. Stub a toe, break a nail, say it hurt. Send his ass to prison and they eat him for dessert. You wanna be a weak bitch, go back to your mama. Cause here we moving up, ain't got no time for your drama. Busy being boss bitch, bigger than Obama. I'm hella underground like my nigga Osama. Make money quick, swift like katana. Burn hot fire, make it sweat like a sauna. Showstopper like a drop, candy apple, red Impala. Work real hard so I rank Lady Dollar. Ayy, tell this lazy bitch you better work. Pussy boyfriend like he can't touch dirt. Stub a toe, break a nail, say it hurt. Send his ass to prison and they eat him for dessert. Ayy.
Thank you everybody for the love. That's all.
I need to bow down to you, like the Fyah Empress, the Fyah.
We'll bow to each other.
Thank you very much. Excellent stuff. Let's just get out of here. We got Sakai and Company. We got to go in for the people that are here that have probably already eaten. We got the chocolate bourbon cupcake, candied bacon.
Homemade.
You tried one of these here? Okay, we'll just say that. Shout out to Tiffany yet again. Always fun. Chandra for my God, I think everybody's still buzzing from Mexican Coca-Cola.
Yeah, you turned that up, sis.
You didn't miss out.
I don't even drink. Everybody was turned. I saw it.
Just
I felt
take
the vibe.
Coca-Cola. You'll be fine. Sky, Kale, all you guys, thank you very much. Everyone here, unbelievable. Sleep time's over. We're out of here. Good night.
Thank you for listening to Sleep Time's Over. No sleeping tonight.